have got some work to do.
Well, you can see here in the Ukra Sports Hall, in the Jumbotron above, it's showing you some history of the club. Fenerbahce will wear a special uniform tonight, a retro uniform to mark the 25th anniversary of the Turkish Airlines EuroLeague. They will lionize some of the club heroes, and we'll introduce them as they come out. Fener make their 24th appearance in the Turkish Airlines EuroLeague. They've been ever present in this competition. They've only won it once. Back in 2017.
They're the first Turkish team to do it.
That's right.
The debate between them and FS goes on. They say we won it twice, and ever says we won it twice. They say we won it first.
Well, here you can see some of the mystery and magic of this competition. The club is celebrating the contributions of 3 past players. Jan Bartu, who played both for the football club and the basketball club. That's right. That's right. All 3 of these players have been captains. Ibrahim Kudluay, who won the title back with Panathinaikos in 2002. Do you remember him, Mark?
Yeah, what a player. Yeah. Sadly, I played against him, but as in got destroyed playing against him. But don't discount Meli, even though he's riding on the shoulders of Kudluay. You know, Meli Mamatoglu has been an absolute legend with this club. He's been here. He was here when they won their championship. He's ever consistent. And you know, I've got this passion. The domestic players, I always feel, are the ones that make the difference come crunch time.
They'll certainly have a level of passion for the club. We should update our viewers that the last time these 2 teams met, Martin, technically it was round 17, but it had to be made up and played later. It was played in January, not long ago. It was a close game. Fenerbahce won 87-83, but they dominated the boards against Paris.
Well, 30 offensive rebounds they had, and Fener's not a great offensive rebounding team, but they were down big after the first period, and then they ramped up the pressure, and what they did was they slowed Paris down, and by slowing them down, Paris suddenly had to play them in a half-court set, and they weren't big enough to contend with the size and the veteran experience of Fenerbahce.
Yeah, it's Kavarius Hayes who's in the front court for Paris. They're going to be without Leon Kratzer tonight, and Hayes picked up in the offseason. He's a rim protector, not really a scorer, but he'll provide at least some kind of presence in the front court for Paris.
Yeah, well, the thing for Hayes is because of Hiffy, Malcolm, if he's available, Ward, and of course Shorts, he gets a lot of one-on-one opportunities. So Kavarius Hayes' scoring has come up this year, but he's not someone who's going to go for 20 points and win a game for you.
Here's your starting lineup for the visitors. It's Shorts, Herrera, Ward, Jantunen, the Finn at the 4, and Kavarius Hayes, the player we were just talking about, at the 5 spot for the visitors. And now, so Hayes Davis Martin was a game-time decision. He's going to get the start. Guduric at the point guard, as you alluded to earlier. Babinovic, the Canadian Pierre, and Sinetic Sandler rounds out the starting 5 for Fenerbahce.
Yeah, and interesting that Pierre is getting the start because he hasn't had much game time this season at all. He's been DMP for the last 2 games. So this may be an opportunity for Coach Jaskevicius to see what you get out of him and Hayes Davis early on.
Yeah, here's our combined officiating crew, the 3 wise men who will look at the games tonight. Busy for the referees, Martin, in the double week. They will travel all across the continent of Europe, 18 teams, 9 different countries and 15 cities in this competition. Martin, just on Pierre. So remember when Itoudis was the coach of Fenerbahce, Pierre and Hayes Davis were playing 34 minutes a game. Sometimes they played 40 minutes a game. In comes Jesse Kavicius, and Pierre comes out of the rotation.
Yeah, well, coaches have their systems. They go with the players that they feel are in the rhythm, and it's more about the chemistry of the 5 on the court. So Pierre, I'm sure he's competitive. These players are also, you know, all high-quality players. But don't forget, for Fenerbahce, Tarik Baberovic has been playing a lot more minutes, and he's taken basically Pierre's minutes away. You know, so I can't play them both at once. Who do I sit down?
Well, you can see the leaders in the respective categories. Here's Shorts, a PIR of 23 and 18.8 points per game. You can see he's in the top 5 in scoring. That is some company. None at the top. It just tells you that. And again, we have to remind ourselves for Shorts, this is his first season ever in the EuroLeague.
Yeah, but this is a player that has ultimate confidence in what he can do, and the system is set to benefit him. He has control of the basketball. Think Mike James at Monaco. It's not the offense goes through him. And what's not happened this year, and again, credit to Coach Splitter, since they've come to EuroLeague, you would expect teams to exploit TJ Shorts' size in the low post. But because they're so athletic, they swarm defensively. So they don't let him, he's never one-on-one down there. They double team and they force themselves to take away the easy pass out of the low post.
Well, we'll see how Fenerbahce deal with the challenge of Paris tonight. It's Paris in the white uniforms, Fenerbahce in their retro uniforms to mark the 25th anniversary edition of this competition. Fenerbahce, their 24th appearance. Referee stepping into the center circle. We're here on the Asian side of the Bosphorus. The ball's in the air. We are underway. First possession to Fenerbahce as Paris settle into man-to-man defense.